What's up, brother?
What's up? How you doing?
Man, I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good,
Can't
man.
complain.
Glad you was able to join us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody knows the hype around you, right? The
Yes, sir.
stars, the state championships, all the offers that you got everywhere. But that's not what I want to talk about right now. All right. Who is Mason Oglesby when it's not Friday night?
I say honestly, my life revolves around football. I mean, if it's not a Friday night, it's a weekday. I'm getting work somewhere somehow, whether that's in the weight room or getting some extra catches in with my quarterback. Outside of football, I'm a big fisher. I'll be fishing a little bit, and then I got a little brother. I play a big role in like helping him and mentoring him when it comes to sports a lot. So I spend a lot of time with him, just working on what he needs to fix and kind of just being that person to look up to when it comes to that.
That's dope. So you got a really tight relationship with your brother. How old is he?
8 years old.
He playing ball? What's he do?
He plays football.
You said, you take pride in some of the stuff that you do. So what's something that you do take pride in that doesn't necessarily show up on the highlights?
Little things like then coming into this season, the big thing I changed is just like focusing on the little things because the little things take you a long way. Whether that's like looking the ball in, like I'm big on technique. So that's looking the ball in all the way into the tuck. It's like every single cut, making sure that you're square. Like it's a little thing I focus on more than just, the big plays or whatever.
I've been following New Pal for a very, very long time, right? Ever since Coach Ralph has really stepped into the building. And it always seems like there's really never a dip. Just walk me through like why does the standard never dip in that locker room?
I think it's just Coach Ralph really does a good job with holding us to a standard, and that's something that we're really strong on. I mean, we get a couple weeks off, but besides that, we're full throttle in the weight room, conditioning. We're always doing something as a team and holding ourselves to a standard because that's what really New Pal football is, and that's what he brought over to the school. Because we have this saying, it's called win the day. So every single day we got to win it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, every single day, got to take a step in the right direction. Every day get better.
Love that. Love that. So was there a moment, when you were maybe it was last year during the state championship run where you just realized, the buy-in, like this is bigger than me. When was that moment?
Throughout the season, I was majority of the time getting most of the targets. And then come state game, we knew we had to change the game plan up a little bit and try to spread the ball out around, running the ball outside.
Hmm.
And kind of comes back also in the beginning, like we're one team, we're together working towards one goal, like Coach Ralph tells us to do. And, stepped up, blocked, and just try to get the job done for the team because at the end of the day, winning and loss is the best thing, getting the win.
Absolutely. So, like, you're in the off season now, right? So, during the week, your routine's pretty, Monday. It's almost the same thing with practice. But kind of walk me through what your week of preparation looks like now during the off season. Do you play a winter sport? Do you train? Do you play 7-on-7? What does your week look like in the off season?
I say every day but Sunday, I'm doing something football related. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I'm in the weight room with the team. We're all moving weight, following a strict regimen that our coach gives us. And then on top of that, I'm twice a week, I'm getting some type of work in with the quarterback, just making sure we're always on the same page, really building that dynamic. And then Wednesdays, I have a speed trainer, Coach Eze. I go to
Yeah,
him. Um, I work on my explosiveness, my jumping, 40 starts, and then flexibility really is one thing that we've really been focusing on. 'Cause a lot of people would be surprised with how much flexibility is a big role in being
yeah.
athletic. And then Saturday, that's my 7-on-7 day. I'm playing with TFP, and that's my 7-on-7 day. So I go to practice. We practice for 2 hours. Really focus on those skills and fundamentals.
Nice. So you mentioned Coach Eze, and he definitely has. He's been training a lot of talent. So what is it like, being A, trained by somebody of his caliber, and B, knowing that the pressure is kind of up when you're training with all those next level athletes?
Yeah, I mean, Eze from the jump, first day I went with him, I knew that that was a guy I wanted in my circle. Um, it's different. You go to a lot of other trainers, it's like strict work, but you go with Eze, like it's a different feel.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew, like, yeah, this is the guy I want to train me. And then as far as talent wise, I see talent going all through his program. My freshman year, I didn't have any looks, any scholarships at the time, and he told me, like, you stick to it, like you're gonna be big. And I listened to him, and that's where I'm at now. So he's definitely a person that you want in your circle.
You mentioned earlier, right? You play multiple positions, multiple roles inside that they have for you, right?
Yes, sir.
But when it comes to recruiting, what are college coaches looking for? What are they recruiting you at? What position are they recruiting you at? And which position do you think you're going to thrive best at the next level?
Um, I'm getting recruited for both. I got a fair share of scholarships for offense, defense, and also scholarships for both. So, I mean, as far as like where I want to play at the next level, I really don't have a preference. Just wherever I go, I'm gonna ball out and I'm gonna give it everything I have. So no matter that's on the D line or if that's tight end, slot, whatever it is.
If you had a coach, whoever, whatever coach sat next to you, and you had your phone out, what's the one type of clip you would show them? Like, yeah, this is me right here. This is what I do.
Uh, I say Decatur week, it was a really high anticipated game. They won 5A, we won 4A. Everybody was there. We were kind of getting shut down in the run game. Um, they were running, I think, cover three. I gave a high safety a move, was wide open, caught the ball. I had a dude on me, behind me, trailing me. Probably runs about like a 4.4. It's a fast dude. Took off on him.
Took off photo.
Yeah, gapped him. That's probably the play because that just really shows my ability to see the field, read it, and then once I get the ball in my hands, I'm a playmaker.
Make plays, man. Make plays.
Sure.
Definitely. You definitely did a lot of that since we've been following you. So let's just talk a little bit about recruiting, right? You got 20 plus offers. You just landed in Mizzou today,
Yes, sir.
about 35, 45 minutes ago. So with all the noise that takes place, right, with recruiting and visits and coaches texting and calling and in-person trips and on-campus trips and things like that, it's a lot of noise. How do you stay focused and locked in?
Um, well, I mean, all of the hype, it's good. It's deserved. But I say at the end of the day, if you're not balling, they're not going to reach out to you. So if I were to just give in to all the hype and all that and then turn around and just sit around because I got it already, then that's not doing anything for me.
Right.
But the only way I'm gonna be getting more offers is if I keep working. So I stay level headed and I just keep working, and then everything else will come when it needs to.
So when you're talking to a coach, right? We
Yes,
call
sir.
it coach speak in my world. A lot of coaches it almost sound like a script. What I mean? They're all saying the same thing to some kids. They might sometimes, if they're really not on par, they might even call you by the other name that they've already been recruiting, right? So I've
Yes,
seen it
sir.
happen. You know what I'm saying? They'll talk to me about a kid and be like, "Who?" And I'm like, that's not his name, but go ahead, keep going." You know what I mean? And so what is something that you kind of intentionally listen for when you're talking to a coach? Something that you just kind of listen for in the midst of all these conversations that be taking place.
Yeah, I mean, any coach could go up to you and talk about how good you are, but I like the coaches that have more values than just football. Coaches that care about you more than just a player, but as a person. And
Yeah,
then also, the conversations, you tend to see that the coaches that have more interest in you are the ones that tell you where they see you on the field other than just telling you how good you're an athlete. Like that's a good
right.
question I always ask the coach is like where do you see me on the field and where do you see me most productive? Because that kind of gives me a view of where I'd be and where I'd fit into their schemes and if that's a good school for me.
And speaking of coaches, I mean, you got one of the hottest coaches in the country recruiting you, right? We're talking about Kurt Signetti in the
Sir.
Indiana Hoosiers. So they're definitely in the mix. We know that you're definitely on the top of their board. So what is something about their staff that you like? Obviously it's close to home, but give me something about Kurt, the coaches that are recruiting you, and just something that's just separates the Hoosiers from the pack.
I say really like that family feel. Like as soon as I stepped on campus, I could tell it's a different atmosphere than everywhere else. Like it felt like a family, not a football team. And they made sure that I knew that I was a part of the family. And Coaching Nettie, what he's done for Indiana the past couple of years, unbelievable. And
Yeah.
knowing that you're going to play for a coach that can do that to a program and can turn players into national championship competitors, it's a lot. It means a lot.
Right. No, definitely. He's doing magical work down in Bloomington.
No doubt.
Definitely, needed for the state. It's been a long time coming, but he's definitely turned that thing around. Have they been in, kind of in contact with you, even though their season's been extended with the bowls? Have you been hearing from them much, or what's going on there?
I'll tell you. So my guy, so that offer, it was originally for both sides of the ball, but then I let them know that like I was serious about playing tight end if I went there. So
Okay.
Coach Kane and Coach Higgins have really been recruiting me, and I was tuned in. I like to watch a lot of college football just to see like what the competition is like and what I'll be facing the years to come. So I was watching the Rose Bowl, and about 15, 20 minutes after the game, I get a ring on my phone, and it's Coach Higgins on FaceTime in the locker room. All the boys are celebrating. It's good to know that like there's somebody thinking about you even after winning a big game like that.
And now that's what I call as a genuine connection, right? Like I said, when I
Sure.
talk to kids about recruiting, and even my own children, I've helped with the recruiting process. If that coach, if you get a DM, a call, or a text, or anything like that, and that coach can replace your name with your dog's name, it ain't genuine. You know what I'm saying? It ain't sincere. So that's really dope that they was able to, they wanted to FaceTime you and have you a part of, their celebration that was taking place after a huge win like that. So definitely, that definitely probably sticks in your mind a lot. So
Yes,
let's,
sir.
we talk a lot about football. So let's talk a little bit off the field a little bit. What do you do? You talked about fishing. So what else do you do to unwind when there's no football involved?
Um, I mentioned fishing. I'm a big fisher. I play the game a little bit, not too much. I'm not too
Okay.
much, but
Okay.
I play the game a little bit. I like playing college football a lot. Um, spend time with family. I like watching this TV show I'm watching right now. It's called Dexter, and yeah, that's my TV show for sure. It's a
Okay.
good TV show. I watch that a bit.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. So, what matters more? This is another question. What matters more to you, proving people right or proving people wrong?
I say I feel like proving people wrong because I mean at the end of the day, I don't listen to all the outside voices, but it feels real good when somebody thinks some type of way about you, and then you let the game talk for itself, and they don't got nothing else to say.
I like that. Yeah, you're right. You're gonna have haters, right? You're always gonna have the naysayers. So if you have any pride in what you do, your craft and your ability, it always kind of feels good when you prove those people wrong, man, and everybody who doubted you. So just know I ain't never doubted you, my guy, ever. So
Appreciate
you ain't gotta
that.
worry about Indiana Preps ever doing that.
Yes,
Man, we're
sir.
gonna wrap it up, man. Again, I appreciate you. If you have one last thing, once it's all said and done at New Pal, what's the one legacy that you want to leave behind that everybody's going to remember you by?
Um, just hard work, and tuning out the noise. I feel like I came in freshman year. I was a basketball player. I was lengthy. I was skinny. I wasn't really sure about the football thing, and then I fell in love with the weight room, and it changed my life. Honestly, I saw a whole different world once I got in the weight room, and then ever since that happened, I haven't looked back. And I'm carrying people with me. Being a leader, and then um on top of that, just I get like I mean anybody that's in the situation I am, like you're gonna have people that feel some type of way and feel the need to say some type of things. But at the end of the day, every time I tone it out and I just get to work.
Get to work, get to work, get to work. That's obviously been your part of your resume and part of your traits of who you are. You get to work. You're not just chasing stars and chasing exposure. You're definitely chasing wins. And I mean, you guys are going to be good again. You know what I mean? You got some pieces that are coming back. So I look forward to catching up with you throughout the offseason, definitely on the 7-on-7 circuit and any kind of offseason stuff. So appreciate you joining us today, my man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. That's Mason Oglesby, 4-star athlete, but he said he want to play tight end. Give me the rock, man. Give me the rock, brother. All
Right.
right, for sure. We'll
I
see.
appreciate that.
Absolutely.